Hey there. Hey there, Sheila here from Boxing Rock on my screen porch this time because it's a beautiful evening, and also because it's a little buggy out. So I decided to stream from my screen porch. It's a beautiful view. I've got some beautiful beers to share with you. I am the beer sommelier at Boxing Rock, and as I mentioned, I'm on the screen porch in beautiful West Green Harbor. And today is what I call the three-course beer edition. And the beer I want to feature is Arnold's Apricot Wheat. Now, fruit beer has, not necessarily the best reputation in the world, but people have been brewing this, putting fruit in beer for thousands of years. The Egyptians used to do it with like dates and pomegranates and all kinds of crazy stuff. Certainly, we know the Belgians do it with lambic brewing. So post-fermentation, adding things like cherries and raspberries since the 1930s. Now, it wasn't really since like this cold craft beer revolution in North America that fruit beer really became kind of a more of a mainstream thing. And it's kind of exciting for me because I think fruit beer is completely underrated. I think it's a great gateway beer. So for people that are kind of on the fence, I also think it offers a huge opportunity for food pairing. So I do. This is the three-course meal beer edition, but it's also our pink beer edition because I have our Shandy, the brand new, available in NSLCs, half lemonade, half delicious sour over the top. So that's the cranberry sour beer. They also have our brand new Summer Love, which is our dry hop sour ale. So all these beers are available in SLC. We're also delivering still and ordering online, so you can do that at boxingrock.ca for any of these beers and get them delivered right to the comfort of your very own home. So Arnold's is named after St. Arnold, who is the patron saint of brewers, and it's really a surprising beer. I think it's, as I mentioned, fruit beers are a little underrated. It pours a beautiful light straw color, so very classic beer color. The aroma is incredibly strong of apricots, and I get like a lot of apricot jam. Now, the exciting thing about fruit beers is when it's actually real fruit, not just extract stuff, and you can tell a difference. So with Arnold's, there is real apricot puree, so you're gonna smell a ton of apricot and mainly the sweetness of apricot. So apricots can be a little tart as well, or even maybe a tiny bit bitter, but the aroma is pure apricot jam with like a little tiny bit of like toasted bread. So you get that from the smell. The taste is again full of apricots, but it's all kinds of other stone fruits too, like peaches. You might get some lychees in there. Really nice finish of like lightly toasted wheat bread or even like a wheat cracker, and it really nice presence. So again, it's that apricot jam, but also really nice wheat bread, and then there's like a slight bit of honey on the end. Really nice moderate mouthfeel, so not too heavy, really nice and smooth. And as I mentioned, apricot wheat is a fantastic beer to try with 3 different courses. It goes just as well with a salad as it does with dessert, as it does with a main meal. So here's my suggestion. You want to buy 6 packs of apricot wheat. You have 1 for cooking. You invite a couple other friends over and you give them a couple beers for each course. First course might be something like a fresh arugula, spinach, kale, really nice fresh green salad with some dried apricots, of course, maybe some slivered onion and a little bit of Nova Scotia goat cheese. Apricot wheat will provide a nice complement, but also a really fun contrast with the goat cheese. So it's kind of and the nuttiness as well. The second course, I'd use apricot wheat to drink and to cook with. And what I would do is a nice thick slab of salmon, and I would like marinate it in the apricot wheat with a little maple glaze on top right before I threw it on the barbecue. Really beautiful, sweet opportunity for the beer to kind of explode and pair really nicely with the richness of the salmon. So you can try that. Then the dessert would be some sort of like really nice shortbread, white chocolate cheesecake with maybe like just to throw it in there, a peach coulis. So something on top that really complemented nicely. Lots of sweetness happening, but with a cheesecake, you can also tone down the sweetness. So this is a really nice pairing, offers lots of opportunity for delicious kind of sweetness to explode. So that to me is a 3-course meal beer, and not every beer is. I mean, you can justify somehow with every beer, but Arnold's Apricot offers that opportunity. Um, really, really nice lingering taste on the mouth as well. So it you know, provides a kind of longer tasting beer. Again, as I mentioned, great gateway in terms of wine drinkers, cider drinkers. And this is the one that's really surprising. If you do have a deck party, and this is in your cooler, it's actually probably going to be one of the ones that's first gone, just because people are curious about it. And it, you know, they're, because it's underrated, a lot of people actually, you know, are surprise themselves with it. So you know, serve this at your next barbecue perhaps, or your deck beer party. And all other alternatives, like I mentioned, the shandy's a great one, the half lemonade, half over the top, only 2%. Arnold's is nice and light too, 5%, so really nice, kind of easy drink here. Or over the top, again, really light and fresh and very refreshing, very tart, 4% with cranberries. So this one, you're going to get more sour and tart than sweet than you would with the Arnold. So it's just a different type of alternative. And then, as mentioned, our Summer Love dried hop sour. So this one's full of really nice citrusy, like lemon, grapefruit, also some really great tropical fruits like pineapple and mango. So this one's really fun as well to throw in the throw in the cooler, just to see how people react to it and see what they think. It's a great conversation starter too. So cheers to our pink beers, but also to summer, and hopefully you enjoy. I should mention, if you're interested, doing right now, we have online virtual beer school happening, so you can book your lessons. There are 6 of them in total, I think. You can order them online and you get beer delivered to your door, and then a link to a lovely lesson and some resources. So if you're interested in learning more about not just Boxing Rocks beer, but just beer in general and the history behind it, tune in and find our lessons. All right, take care, enjoy the beer.